of your screen, Uko.
And when you look at his runs, who does it remind you of? Osaze or Dewengi?
Well, yeah, closely watched then by Nelson, taking no chances at the
area, and the referee didn't see anything wrong, and neither did I. The Ugandans take the ball. The fans would seem to agree with the Nigerian player that something was quite amiss there, but I think the referee was spot on there. I'm sure he knows he could have done better. Now it's a counter-attack from Williamsville. Send the ball across, but some solid defending. The defender there wasn't taking any chances at all.
That was a 3-on-3.
Dropping forward there.
If he had looked up earlier before now, he would have seen his second striker that was running towards the goal. All he needed to do was to square play the ball from anywhere, but he decided to go on
to good effect and waiting for the right moment still to be able to deliver when Enyimba, I think it's that quick transition that has actually played into their favor as well, which is a well-known effect around the. I think will be key in what the coach is able to say to the team in preparation for the second half. Again, it was a little bit of a strange approach, and I still expect to see the quality, the traditional style that they can play. Luamba almost
to the front foot. Talaladi smacks it into the shins of the opponents. Defensively, they shouldn't have any problems in dealing with it. Masa's come quite some distance here to try and palm that away. He didn't get distance on it, but it felt what the team reached when they won the Champions League double in consecutive years. And also, it wasn't just about the fact that they did it, it's when they did it, when Al Ahly were...
They've never quite set anything alight under his tenure, but have always managed to reach the heights of continental football.
Perhaps if Enyimba are ahead already in this game, Nemena is one of those non-nonsense defenders. And this is the game you want to watch. The Super Eagles of Nigeria against the Cranes of Uganda.
And so many people have, weeks back, he was talking about a concept.
Dehovic is a Serbian, 43 years old, but he knows Africa like the back of his hand.
Oh yes, he's traveled almost.
Taken now against the Super Eagles. Barely getting his head to that ball. Chima Kasan, that was almost. Was it an own goal that nearly came? But the referee says no, that the last touch on the ball actually came from Uganda.
And as you can see, poor header coming from Chima Kasa, and the Ugandans came very well. It was almost there. The Ugandan well positioned, and that's Massa himself, the big man, almost putting Uganda ahead.
Between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Cranes of Uganda. Clear the ball away, taking no prisoners there, Joseph Nsubuga. And that ball was meant for Massa, who almost got to the end of it, but the ball has gone into touch. Massa suddenly operating from the right there, and he is a handful anywhere he goes, as I'm sure.
They should do something, a bit of understanding on their part will be good enough for the Eagles.
Well, that's Ogbonnaya, a little too energetic for the referee's liking there, and he wants to tell him to take it easy.
And I see that. Nigerian Nelson Ogbonnaya.
And still the first half, as you can see, we're still waiting for the first goal. 5 minutes from the end of the first half. The ball is on the other shoe now as the Ugandans coming forward. He holds on that ball. He was waiting for his men to come forward. There were only 2 red shirts in the middle of about 6 green, but more red shirts actually in that defensive area. And the referee didn't see anything wrong, and neither did I. The Ugandans take the ball. The fans would seem to agree with the Nigerian player that something was quite amiss there, but I think the referee was spot on there.
Got the width, just 2 men inside the box. Ball in. Oh, good luck. Nice pass here to find Gervinho. Those two skillful and creative for Cote d'Ivoire going forward. Gervinho shakes it up, gets into that box, and with the left foot was... Well, here they are, the Ivorians again with pace going forward. The story is back in Cote d'Ivoire as a youngster, he had one of the coaches he had as a youngster was from Brazil, in Zambia.
And I candy with a lot of the women.
Also very good in the way he handles the media and the 3 points. Well, if South Africa does get out of that group, it will be quite a surprise. But then again, when you look at that tournament, Zambia, Tunisia in Group B, Cape Verde and DR Congo, for me this tournament is about as open and anyone's guess in who will be crowned champion as any.
Exactly. To be honest, it's very difficult to say which team would get to would win this AFCON. However, who does it remind you of? Osaze or Denwengi?
Well, yeah, closely watched then by Nelson, taking no chances at the expense of a...
I have to say, to be honest, this is the side that I've just trained for the last maybe 14 days together, and most of them are new to the team. These are not the players who played the...
Stopped Varane Samuel. It's various reactions from the players, very emotional. Nelson